Hello, my name is Gabriel Londres, and this is my improved bag handles project for design and manufacture. Oops. So, the paper bag handle. What's wrong with it? A paper bag handle, oops, serves a basic yet essential function. It provides a more convenient and comfortable way to carry the bag and its contents. While the design might appear simple and effective at first glance, there are significant shortcomings that become evident through regular use. One of the primary issues with the current design is its lack of durability. The handles, often made from thin paper strips or twisted fibers, are prone to tearing away from the bag with minimal strain. This failure is especially common when the bag is loaded with heavier items. When the handles rip off, the consequences can be frustrating and inconvenient, as the bag may break apart, scattering its contents unexpectedly. Whether it's groceries, takeout, or other goods, this design flaw leads to a momentary but significant disruption. Although the handle's purpose is to enhance usability, the weakness is in its structure compromises the overall reliability of the paper bag, highlighting a need for improvement in both the materials used and the attachment methods to ensure a sturdier, more dependable handle that can withstand everyday wear and tear. So here are a couple examples of the standard paper bags. As you can see, the standard paper bag handle has a very small contact point with the paper bag, which causes this weakness. And the middle bag is an example of this weakness taking place. So this is my solution. The solution is to take these paper bag handles and wrap them fully around the paper bag, essentially making a cradle of the handles. This will allow the handles to better support whatever is inside the paper bag and create a more rigid structure for the paper bag to not tear under load. So the manufacturing materials and process for this paper bag handle and paper bag. So paper bags are made out of paper, obviously, and paper is made out of raw wood, which is converted to pulp by tumblers and several different chemicals. The treated wood pulp is then bleached to create an even coloration. This is done because when the wood pulp is created by the tumblers and chemicals, it comes out very unevenly colored. So it needs to be bleached to create a much more even color throughout. Then the paper is then run through a paper mill in water, where the paper pulp is treated and then pressed into long, thin paper sheets. The next step is to cut the sheets to a standard paper bag size, which is twice their length. And then the handles, which are the new addition, are cut to twice the full length of the bag on both sides. And then 3 layers of this same handle is hard pressed together to improve toughness and rigidity of the handles. And then, as a common paper bag manufacturing plant would use, a tubing machine is used to combine all the sections of the bag by gluing and pressing them together in its final shape. So a couple pros and cons for this new addition. Couple pros: the handles are far more rigid than the original handles as they fully wrap around the bag. The handles will not tear under increased load compared to the older handles, and the customer will have far more confidence carrying heavier items in this bag with the improved handles. A couple cons is that the manufacturing process will be slightly longer as it adds a couple extra steps to the handle making process. And since the handles are much longer and they wrap fully around the bag, there will be more material used, so that will increase the cost per bag. So, how is it better? By designing the handles to wrap around the bottom of the bag, the overall structural integrity is significantly improved. This enhancement allows the bag to carry a greater quantity and weight of items without the risk of tearing. The wrapping technique distributes the load much more evenly across the entire bag, reducing the strain placed on any single point. As a result of this, the handles can support heavier items, such as milk cartons, bottles, and other bulky or dense objects that would cause usually a standard paper bag to tear at its weakest points, which are the very thinly glued paper handles. So a continuation of how it's better. Another benefit of this design is that it addresses a common problem with paper bags: the tendency for the handles to weaken and break when they're exposed to excessive moisture. Heavier items, especially liquids such as milk and big water cartons and things like that, can dampen or saturate the paper, which causes the handles to disintegrate or separate from the bag. By reinforcing the handles through this wrapping method, the risk of tearing, even when carrying items that may leak or be damp, is reduced greatly. This allows the carrier to transport not only more items, but also heavier and potentially wetter products without the bag becoming compromised. Ultimately, this design ensures a much more durable and versatile paper bag, capable of withstanding the typical challenges faced during everyday use. So this is a resource for how the paper bags are made. And then another look at the solution of the paper bag. As you can see, it fully wraps around, and as I stated in the manufacturing process, you can see that the handles are twice the length of the bag on each side, which means that the glued part of the handle actually contacts the entire bag, which greatly increases the strain that it can handle. So that is all. Thank you for listening.